morning. You're welcome. Chonya Mama. What do you hear, man?
You have been doing it. You are doing it.
Idiebube na bike, Idiebube juru anya, Idiebube nenema, Oyoyo me, Oyoyo Idiebube na bike, Juku. Oyoyo onyamuma Idiebube nebema. If you love Governor Eziokwu, share this video for me. Share it. Idiebube nebema. Oyoyo Idiebube na bike. Share this broadcast. Idiebube nemema.
You are the Alpha and Omega.
The beginning and the end. Tonya na nolum. The beginning and the end. You are good. You are good, the beginning and the end. Daddy, you are good, you are good, the beginning. Now listen to me, everyone watching me. Good morning. My name is Governor Eziokwu, son of the great Shanamite that lives amongst the angels. People call me Olilanya. This morning, I have a lot to say, and very few shall I pick. And strictly this morning, I want to talk about the youth liberation. While you fight for the commoners, be very careful. That's my message. And I'm going to pick some point this morning. I want you to listen to me. Anabacho, you're welcome, sir. Oyibuchi, you're welcome. God bless you all. Governor Eziokwu loves you. This morning, I would want you to pick my points. Number one, my haters, I need you to pick very few things here. Then those who believes and loves Governor Eziokwu. I also need you to listen to me. But don't love me for the things I will say, and don't hate me for the things I will say. But you have right to decide whichever one you want. President Muammar Gaddafi of Libya assumed office at the earliest age of 30-something. Then, we equally had a leader in Nigeria here who goes by the name General Gowon, of almost the same age as at then. The both of them became head of states. The future of Africa belongs to the youths, whether you like it or not. But the elders will tell you that you are the leaders of tomorrow. They will never give you that chance for tomorrow. Tomorrow never finishes. Tomorrow will never come. All you have is today, and without today, no way again. So I'm going to kindle a fire this morning, and I want you to listen to me. An average Nigerian is busy celebrating Captain Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso. But ask that African, ask that Nigerian, how is your own country? If steps are taken to fix your country, are you not going to count tribalism? Are you not going to count that you don't speak, this person is not, he doesn't speak Igbo, or this person does not speak Yoruba, he's not my Yoruba brother? And that's why in our country, somebody can move the force headquarters even to his own community as a president, and nobody will question him. The result you see today in Burkina Faso is achieved because the youth united. But the thing going on in River State, you said it doesn't concern you because you're not from River State. But it happened to Imo. It happened to Imo in another different copy and formula. Could you ever imagine the kind of junk we hear here in this country? Take for example, you know Osita, Osinachi, the gospel singer. Go and read about that case. You will know that some judges needs to be caned early morning. And when some judges say, an autopsy was conducted. But the same autopsy was not adopted in the law courts. Kai! Maybe because the family of the woman has money. Today, the husband has been sentenced to death. The same grave. Now I ask, who will raise the children? Who will train the children? Who will train their children now? While we try to do injustice or while we try to do pasha, also remember those it will affect. Mother Africa don't care. People were busy circulating all over the social media. Nobody was able to read. Follow the court proceedings, read, and know exactly if your country is moving in the right direction or if anything has happened to the judiciary. Our judiciary cannot turn to a marketplace. The hope of the common man is lost. There are certain truths I will tell you. Some of them will be like prophecy. I wish I can save these videos. After 2027, make I use broken because of Facebook. Our country go enter different dimension, and this different dimension, no go easy for all of us. I see the end of an era. That's how I put it. It will mark like the end of an era, because after then what will unfold will be like the burning mat, of which can no longer accommodate those who lean on it, because of the things we are grooming up and down around us. Now, there is on the news that Verydarkman was arrested. Now, I did like people to always checkmate the gospel truth before you see us back like dogs. These are necessities. These things are very necessary. These things are possible that we could do it. Number one. First, while fighting for people, everything you do is not right. You got to be very, very careful. Do you know that outside me coming to social media to come and tell you so person has paid back so person 10 million, 5 million naira through this platform, do you know I still do the same recovery? Believe you me, Governor Eziokwu, even as at yesterday, I don't want to mention names. As at yesterday, I was able to settle something for Summer Best and somebody. What millions of naira? I didn't come to social media here to say this one, I find trouble, this one. I have to use my head because I have seen some things. So on this social media, while you are fighting for people, or as a liberator in Africa, if you are fighting for a dark-skinned man, be careful of your life, because the distance from the point at which they will betray you and those closer to you are just like 5 and 6. They must sell you. On the 15th of February, I escaped from being kidnapped. Shots were fired on my car, and that car never remained the same till today. Now, on that very day, I saw Nigerians, I saw people's comments, I screenshotted many, I reserved many. I watched my fellow youths telling me that they would have eyed me. Some of them said, even some of our sisters made videos and said that this is the beginning. People advised me to go and arrest them for questioning. I said no. These are people who just came in to take or to lay foundations, basis. People recorded their videos and sent to me. Even a lawyer advised me. I said no, don't worry, because since I am alive, since there is an authority that beholds the heart and the soul of his dear son, I cannot fight for myself. But I placed cautions. People complain daily, but there are protocols that must be observed. In the case of VDM, I will get there, but I want you to look at the African. Who did they pay? Say make him go find way, make you spy this Burkina Faso president, a black-skinned man. Few days ago, I read where Redo Mokri, as exposed as that man, was busy criticizing Ibrahim Tairo. But ask Reno Mokri the last time he came to Nigeria and met electricity. The day I will show you the condition of power supply in my local government, you will shed tears. The poles are collapsing. Aboki people are unplugging the wires right now as I speak to you now in Ngopala. Especially my own part, because whether you like it or not, this is the gospel truth. Politicians, they've divided Ngopala into 6 places itself. Everybody has where they reign their own control upon, therefore enslaving the people. When will Africans rise to defend what is right, to defend themselves, to stick in one voice and in one board? Because it's VDM, everybody is posting. There are other simple Nigerians that are going through a lot that you don't know. That even if they tell you, you will just keep it because the person does not matter. But because it's VDM, you are talking about it, you are posting about it. There are people who woke up and monies got missing in their account till today. I think I have printouts from POS 42,160 2015 5 several times. They know sometimes these bankers will wait for you. They know you will come. If you don't come, they will take the money. It's not the bank itself, but those people on the desk. Those people at the complaint sector, I don't know what they call it, I'm not a banker. If they wait for you after 5 days, they will switch the money into the account. That is how sometimes you wake up one morning, a former banker will now have billions of naira to go and run for elections, and we will not even question that person. A banker will just wake up one morning and go and buy Mercedes Maybach. And instead of us to ask the true questions, we'll start celebrating that person. Do you know what Nigerians are going through? There are people, I said, some of us, we are in the position to hear the cry of the people. Sometimes we marvel. Somebody will swallow billions, millions of naira belonging to the poor. He will come at the forefront of in the church and start giving money and start using microphone to testify. Start doing giveaways online. Ordinary Nigerians will forget. If you complain about that person, they will tell you that you are a liar. It is VDM. Everybody is now VDM. But there is a cousin of yours who was also meted on the same treatment. You never said anything. Hypocrites. You talk about what is going on in Burkina Faso, but you do not have electricity in your own village. Those representing you at the federal constituency, they are not doing anything about the development of your place. But allocations, constituency allowances are coming. I don't blame the president. I don't blame Mr. President on that. But Mr. President, you have failed to enforce actions against these looters. As a president, if you keep quiet, which means you have another skeleton in your own cupboard that you wouldn't want them to expose against you tomorrow. And that's why you keep quiet. When they do big boy something or do celebrity, the one where they too big something, that is when all of us will start lending our voices. But since it has been happening to the commoners since all this while, do you know how many people banks they beat daily? Unnecessary. Do you know how many persons who must have gone to banks on several occasions seeking for reversal of monies that were debited out of their account? Till today, no way. They had nobody to complain to. Would they go to bank because of 70,000 or because of 60,000 naira? But they have been defrauded by an official constituted organization that should hold your money, even grant you loans of simplicity when necessary. Do you see them do all of that? The answer is no. It is only in Nigeria, in this part of the world, that 10 commoners will buy. Nobody will hear their cry. But once one person who does give away on social media buys, everybody, whoa, 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 whoa. Reno Mokri was busy criticizing this Burkina Faso president. He was busy criticizing the Burkina Faso president, who is busy trying to see how he can fix. There are many, you know, when you find your way to power in Africa, the black, the white, the Western world will call you a junta leader. But Vladimir Putin of Russia, who has been in power since, is not a junta. Kim Jong-un of I think North Korea is not a junta, but the black man, because of his skin, who loves his people, who decided that politicians and looters will no longer loot, are the benefits or beneficiaries of their colonies. That one is a junta. But Putin is not a junta because you're afraid of him. He knows what you know. The Western world, the president from the Western world, who will come here and they will plant their colonies statues on how to extort African mineral resources, take it back to their country, while the people dies of hunger and starvation in the part of Africa, Sahara Africa. Their leaders, those who made their ways to liberate them and separate the colonies' efforts against their country, they are juntas. And Africans can always absorb this into their minds. The intellectuals, those who say they went to school, they are graduates and all that. Beautiful nonsense. You look at them with the equities of audacities on their faces. You think you've seen human. Somebody who lives in the United Kingdom, who feels comfortable there, who does not know the last time electricity, his village, his kinsmen saw electricity, will be very busy telling you that Tyro Ibrahim, that is not doing right. He has detained journalists and all that. You that is Reno Mokri, talk pigeon, good writer, with your pen, with all your wisdom, with all your traveling bags, luggages and all that, you've never changed one thing in your village. You've never run for Federal House of Representatives before and win and introduce a new dimension. The answer is no and zero. Africa. It's only in this country that I saw where a man who rigged the election for a senator, the senator that became a Senate president, the judge passed judgment and convicted the professor, 2 people the same time, for rigging election for a man. But the man whom they rigged the election for is still in power, and we are not concerned about it. Why? Because it happened in Akwa Ibom. It did not happen in Imo. Listen to me. Slowly, the ant will eat down the palace. The parable is beyond your expectation. I say slowly, the ants will eat down the palace of the king, if the king does not take time. this part of the world. Right now, you know what will happen? As VDM is in detention, those people he has once called out, look at what they do in this part of the world. They will be under blowing fire, trying to punish him for speaking for the commoner. That's another thing. I was reading yesterday night, I was reading the junks, the DSS. These guys wrote that they collected from a detained, this man, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I looked at the prosecution and what they were saying. These things are nonsense. When did the cell phone become a crime? When did the cell phone become a weapon? Let us be realistic. You arrested this man because of a cell phone, a laptop, and those junks you were writing. Was this the weapon you collected from a man of which led you to Operation Python dance? Oga, oh no, Jikwa. Didn't they you to read those things and kept quiet? They have used the story of Verydarkman now to cover this one. Where? Let us count from the previous mistakes. Let us count from the beginning, the foundations of everything, because they say before you separate fight, you go first separate quarrel. So it was a laptop where justice is being demonstrated accordingly. I'm not supposed to even talk about this matter because it's still in court. But I want to ask, as a sixth privilege to your indulgence, and I want to ask, is having a radio message a crime? Don't local securities use it? Was it not produced by China? Did you put an official ban on this thing? So when people due to the insecurity in the nation and the Nigerian decide to use this as a means of easy communication to those maybe his staffs and thereabout, shall you arrest that person because of a radio message? Don't you have sense? I thought these policemen, they do go to courses and all that. The other day, Harrison Gwamnishu was busy shedding tears and complaining on the internet. Did you see anybody talk in compliance to that? Because the people Harrison was fighting for, Nigerians sees them as people that doesn't matter. Until everybody matters before us, nothing works. The same thing those officers are doing in Asaba. That is what they are doing in other parts of Igbo land, in other parts of southern Nigeria. That's what, especially if you're going to Lagos now, the roads are easy to go from Headbridge. If you're coming back, the checking points are more than 1,000. What are they seeking for? Why are they mounting on those roads? They will even put more fears in you and tell you if you go from, they will kidnap you. If say we're not there here. But guess what? The main kidnappers they are looking for, they are just behind the bushes there. Why not enter inside the bush and go and combat crime? You want only the military to go there because you think you felt that the military personnel, they don't also have families and all that. Mother Africa, where things that are not crime overseas becomes a capital charge in Africa, and people keep smooth to that. People celebrate it. The youth are so dumb, they don't even care. Today, the same Nigerian youth who has a space to create a poultry in his backyard in the village and at least prove food security, increase at least forget about the country, talk about your community, create self-sufficiency and food security in your own community. You don't even care, but you're busy posting the egg. The president of Burkina Faso, their poultries are producing ready to export. I even saw where one wrote, he said he said very soon in the coming weeks the food price in Africa will crash. Burkina Faso will be exporting food to you, Nigeria. You will buy. Why? There is a space in your father's backyard where you could repeat the same thing. You are the one using your data from Nigeria, from the coast of Nigeria, posting the videos of the road constructions going on in Burkina Faso and Mali. The road you applied yesterday to your own community, no day good, and you've never posted about it. You don't even have the courage we have to question the government of the day. Now to you, GT Bank, that I may speak to you in the language of sons of the Shanamites. First, before I tell you, GT Bank, I would first point out where VDM didn't get it right, because nobody's above the law. VDM, the only error I see or I saw on the side of VDM was the area or the place of making video first before going there. You shouldn't have made the video. You would have gone to GT Bank. Then when they fail to respond to you or to your requests as regards to your mom's account, then that is when you can start dealing with them. So that's number one. Correcting a child before the rain is more better than during the rain. That's number one. Then to GT Bank, if the reoccurrences of this particular act of yours continues amongst Nigerians, I want to tell you that in 24 hours you're going to lose more customers. Believe you me, your stock rate as of today is dropping. And in business, you must mind what you do. I agree with the rules of engagement and laws that nobody is above the law, nobody is above mistake. But there are also things you look at and you consider certain things. If by the time you do this thing now, then this guys goes back, because lawyers are just people who comes in when there's a space to climb down on certain things, to make them for themselves and to get justice, especially when the lawyers of VDM are those who also believes in social media and wants to get more sympathy and likes from the youth. You know what will happen to you, GT Bank? In 24 hours, apologize and intervene that this guy should be freed. Go to them, apologize to his mom, rather than calling the police to come and beat them up and all that. And our police, so many of them are too quick in this kind of act. Either the police or EFCC, they are too quick in that. I saw where Okokopi posted that they bet VDM and the other guy who went there with him, and even injured the guy. Why beating? The way you treat Africans, are these guys animals? These are human beings, for crying out loud. Most times, go and check during the answers, the youth were busy clamoring for the increment of salaries of the police. At least let us feed you well and know why you should now marginalize us as a people, or start issuing your warrant of brutalities upon us. We were speaking for you, the officers. In most times, if you have issues at any checking point where you are, we, the civilians, we, the youths of this country, we come down there with our vehicles and move you to the hospital and rescue you, because we feel for your families, we feel for your kids. We know that your salaries are not enough. We know. Be a smiling officer at the checking point for 24 hours and tell me if you will not sleep like somebody who took paracetamol at night. These youths, just smile to them. Tell them, bros, how are you? How are you doing? I hope the road is safe. Whatever, we will appreciate. Cold water. You don't need to ask for money. I know Nigerians. Just smile like this. These guys go bless you. All of us, while we were growing up, your mother no need to cook before you eat. Oh, your friends, mama na your mama. Your friends, papa na your papa. Your friends, sisters na your sisters. When they cook, you go chop. Now so it be for Africa, especially for Nigeria. In the history of the world, the Western government does not even care for their citizens the way we, the commoners of Africa, care for our people. The only government will not get. Million. Let me point at something now. Million just commented. Million Valentine. Million, your own matter was the second matter I solved as at yesterday. You no go believe. Yours was 3 million, right? Solved silently. There was another one of 17 point something. Solved silently outside social media. Now the grace. In the Western world, their government no go fit build us just carry and dash you individually. But here, people does it. You feel be good officer. Somebody go remember you across the nation. Your life go better. This is Africa for you. So police, don't join the politicians. Because when he read, many of you no go even bring out your ID card again. I see that day coming. Yes. So this is the way it is. Now, do you know what? When it is time when they want buy Mama Gaddafi of Libya, they don't use their white skin come buy Amo. Africans. First thing when NATO do be say, NATO begin plan how they go use fire. You know why? Say Gaddafi say make Africa they use one currency, and if they want to do transaction with the Western world, you go be trade by barter. We go give you gold, we go give us what you want, not be your cash again, so that our own money go get value. In 2009, I was in Libya. I was in Tripoli in 2009. No, 28/29. I was in Tripoli. I've been to Zeletin, I've been to Gat, I've been to Sabah, I've been to Sirit, I've been to Muzuk. I was there, I went there myself. The level of development I saw in Tripoli as at then. Even this Benghazi that they used to oppose Mama Gaddafi of Libya then. Benghazi, the least place in Benghazi was better than the best place in our own country as at then. I swear to God Almighty. You know what? When it was time for them to uproot this man, because of that, when they tried to unite Africa, they use their own black-skinned people. They use their own people. Bayam. You know why? The man wanted the total liberation of Africa. When it was time, guess what? These people went back. Hillary Clinton, all of us see him for video. Go back America, talk saying that they buy Gaddafi. He talking for CNN. Saying that they buy Gaddafi. You see 3% of Africa react. That time, rain no mockery, hiding head. These guys, when you see where they rule you, if you like, be their praise singer. That's your own cup of tea. For me, I've gone beyond that era. I've gone beyond that stage. They don't care about you. See, they speak sound and well-polished English, but idiocity is the stamp they are in. You got one of our former former aviation minister. Study the life of that man. Once a hungry day, bah! That man can support any drastic nonsense just to earn a living. If you speak against his abnormality, they will use police against you and quote laws that doesn't even exist. Now, as of today, they are using the cybercrime center in Abuja to clamp down on Nigerians that can speak up on the internet. That's what they are doing. They will write you first. That's what they do to Chukwuka. Parts of the people prosecuting Mazen and the Kanu today is them. Cybercrime. But guess what? The in charge of cybercrime center in Abuja is from Abia State. Only Igbo Kobo. Man, unlike Rika, he loves the way I will resist here on the internet that the man who won the election in Abia State, Dr. Alesoti, will be sworn in. Everybody defended it. Today he can now be proud of being an Abian. The same internet that produced the result there, because before you post the result, your fake result, we Nigerians, we have hyped the original result on the internet already. Even as you're moving on the way to go and submit your fake one, as we're getting information, we are posting it everywhere. That's what we are doing. Today Abia is moving. But sir, they are using you against the voice of the voiceless. And in your office, they cannot bring anybody, detain the person. Before you know it, the next day, they will go and bring one kangaroo court warrant and say they should bring this person, produce the person to court. Prisons. Thank you, my brother. When President Muammar Gaddafi of Libya was this thing you see Ibrahim Traoré doing, I am in full support of that man in Burkina Faso. Before God, that man, I support that man 1001%. That's what we need to do for our brothers. That's where we need to stand. And if your voice is echoing like the voice of the voiceless, the Lord shall be with you. Nature shall be with you. Hey, guess what? The Yeye African go because of one religion where they import for them. All the religions here. If I should stand and tell you the truth, all those your religion where make you want by your brother, you want hate me, you want hate the next person, they imported. The first Bible that came into Africa from the Western world was imported. They passed through your backyard and entered your house. The first Quran, they imported it. It was imported. And I want to ask you, before they imported this their own, where is your original old scripture? You had a manual. Who took it? Your language of NCBD, who took it? Professor of linguistics, knowledgeable preacher, pastor, bishop, of whom never cares of his origin. Guess what? But the same Bible they gave you said, for those of you who live abroad, who will be busy sponsoring the dissolution of your own community, the total destruction of your own community, you live abroad and that's what you sponsor. Guess what? Hello? So that's what you sponsor. You sponsor how your place can go down. But Abraham in the same Bible, Jacob, warned his own children to pick his bones and pick the bones of his father while they are leaving the land of Egypt. They picked the bones of their father. You now that is busy sponsoring abroad, sponsoring how they will scatter your own land. Why the people you should fight, the politicians, the canker worms that has held your country bound, you cannot fight them. You see me as a very powerful man with 2 ears, 2 eyes, 1 mouth, on a normal slap who is wicked. These people. But because of immunity, go and check the securities they use. They are all youths. They are all youth. Any attack. One youth, they will have here to politician. Look at this fool. Funny enough, a maron in war, you can win a game. How about when you get pump? For 6 months, I don't pour. You don't know. The only way to go is for you to join the train of liberation. Liberate your country. Separate Paul and Barnabas. Let these people understand that they can use 1 billion naira and buy 1 bag of cement. The government cannot afford it. Everyone must be equal. Everyone must be equal. Justice must be done to everyone, every Chronings. Can I ask you, are there panels that probe judges of misconduct? Have you ever seen such thing? Where a judge passed a judgment and the thing was not, it wasn't a clear judgment, and they now discipline the judge by removing the judge immediately and publish it everywhere. Now I ask you, are they all demigods that they can truncate the laws that even constitute where they are sitting? Africa. Do you know the people that wants me dead? You know the people that wants Governor Eziokwu to buy today, tomorrow? The youths. Those are the people that want me dead. The youths. The people who make calls and say, how do we lay hands on Governor Eziokwu? They are youths. They are between 45 to 19. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And what's my problem with them? They said, you at the cost of speaking for the poor, you spoke against my mentor. They easily tag people to be their mentor. They easily tag people to be their mentor. They easily tag people to be their boss. Why is that person your boss? Because he gave you some little giveaway last time. Is that why he became your boss? Is that why you should truncate justice, equity? What if you have families tomorrow? Do you know there are some things you type to do on the internet, your children will go back later? Do you know that in the nearest future, I'm looking at the internet to be of this shape now. Take cognizance of this. Your children will later have a reference of your name on the internet. How do I put it? Such as the name you bear, your original name, there's going to be a robot of history that will be revealing anywhere you comment. You know how I knew? If I use this my page now and comment on your Facebook account, every of my followers will see that I've commented in your page. Some of them will like and follow you. Some of them will come there just to check what I wrote and what happened and whom you are. So if your page is energizing, they will come and follow you. You understand what I mean now? So this is the same way it will be. Your face, your name, 3 persons who knows you will see where it was referenced, a comment to your father's page. They will go there, check. Or somebody may type your father's name and see all the comments this man has made, all the videos he has made in life. So some of your children will come to inherit the foolishness you've laid as a foundation, while some of them will appreciate your existence here on earth. This is reality. The world is coming towards that dimension and direction very shortly. So Africans, I ask again, what are we going to do in 2027? See, listen to me. Listen again, oh. Listen again, oh. Listen again, oh. That a traditional ruler opened his mouth and said that if you come to the northern part of the country to rig election by 2027, that you will go back in body bags, which means your life not at risk. Naga, they go buy you, carry your body, put for body bags, carry return back for your own place. They no arrest them. Inspector General of Police no see him. He claims say no see him. The DSS no see him. They behave like say they no see him. You to behave like say they no see him. Nobody hype that. Why everybody they fear saying a Muslim man or not a man on the seat or then go why you if you talk. That. But if the king of my village get 3 pump passion, when give some vigilantes there for village, say make the and they protect them. You know what will happen? The next day, the commissioner of police don't call the local government to gonna catch that ye king carry and come. They go whisk my king away. Then go carry him like a nobody. He go there sell now food will carry go the giver. No be this country where me and you dey. Somebody open the mouth to tell the then president of Nigeria, President Goodluck Jonathan, say if he mess up, say the dogs and the wolves, all of them will soak in their blood, making rock come up for government also. Fast rock. Ogami and you see am. Those people who say them be former militant, be current militant, this and nobody do anything. No. Everybody keep quiet. But when it comes to the case of threatening the Igbos, Asari my brother go open his mouth. He go open his mouth. Say my grandpapa na slave in palace before. But then when they threaten your senior brother, you don't do anything that time. Your gun no fit and your bomb no fit blow. Mouth, now Nigerian youth gets. Mouth. If they go feel how you threaten yourself, you go rock come over. Now innocent people they sabi buy. People will not do anything. Gentle people. If you come to liberate Africa as VDM, then now they tell you like this now. Some big guys from between the age of 55 downwards. Forget about the politicians, they don't reach 65. Then they need to worry you. Once they say they believe, say, na phone call, they hold you there. But this I tell you, say, some billionaires, we don't like this VDM now. They go down, they give money, say, make them hold and wire, prosecute him, take him to court. Now, your concern is the hatred you had for this guy, right? Does your hatred tallies with the rule of law? Those are two things. You understand? Your hatred has a distance gap from the rule of law, but you don't care. These people are good. You see, the people that can give money now for VDM to be arrested, I mean VDM to be two group of persons. The other people will be the group on social media typing free VDM. They cannot add any other action. The other group are the people that will be on the silent part of it, paying monies that VDM should be dealt with. The same person who is crying for VDM right now, is your right? That's very good. Had a brother called Nonsonkwa in his own place. Nonsonkwa was at the court the other day, facing a charge against, facing a charge. A court, I mean, he's facing charges. He's in court with the governor of Imo State. He was arrested and went to Abuja. The matter came up a few days ago. You never had the capacity to post it because Nonsonkwa does not matter. Do you know why? Because he does not have money to share sometimes. Some of them who follows VDM, they are around VDM because they believe one day VDM may be able to reach out to them with 1 million naira. The integrity of conscience has never risen upon them. Oh. They follow you, they like you because of what they will get. That's what they believe. They are not doing all these things because they love. The same person who posted for VDM never talked about the insecurity in his own place. Never cared about the bad road in his own place. But where VDM came from, there is a third road leading to his own community. There's electricity. There are good water supplies there. In your own place in Enugu, in Nsukka, for you to get clean water now na war. But you don't care to. You no one criticize your federal house member because you snap picture with them. Somebody, an Abia state person who met the regime of TAOG, who met Okezip, as who will have the audacity leaving to talk about his own place. But you say you want state policing, the centralization of powers and all that, so that every state will be independent and all that. The independence of your state is what you've never even promoted for one day. Black man, issue na abawala.